Hey everybody, John C. here in sunny Southwest Florida. Hope you're having a terrific day. Welcome to another monthly minute update for Verona Walk. September 2015 is what we're going to talk about. Let's jump right into our 7 questions. The first question I always like to ask is how many homes went on the market last month? And that was a total of 11. The same amount of homes that went on the market for September is the same number that went on in August as well too, which is interesting. How many homes closed last month? And that was a total of 8. Now, that's a good number. It's very consistent with what we saw September 2014, where we actually had 9 homes that closed. So we're right there in that same ballpark with the inventory and what's moving and what's not, and how fast it's taking to be sold as well, how long it's taking to be sold as well. The next question I always like to ask is what was the least and the most expensive of those 8 homes that closed? The least expensive home that closed was a townhouse on Chianti Lane. That home was listed for $269,000 and it closed for $255,000. The most expensive home that sold was a Carlyle on Wilfredo, and that home was listed for $589,000 and it closed for $585,000. We talked briefly a minute ago about how many homes sold in September 2014. Well, the least expensive home that sold in 2014 for September was a Capri on Novara, and it closed for $240,000. We have not seen a Capri sell or close for $240,000 for a long time. The most expensive that closed in September 2014 was a Tifton, and it closed for $450,000. Next question I ask is, were there any foreclosures or short sales that were sold or listed last month? And there were no foreclosures or short sales sold last month, but there was one more foreclosure added to the foreclosure market, and there are currently 2 active foreclosures for sale in Verona Walk right now. Both of those are actually Capri model homes, and the one that just went on the market, interesting enough, is listed for $307,000. No pool, extended lanai, and that's what they have it listed for, is $307,000. So foreclosures, not really a deal from what we've seen in the past as well too. They're pricing those similar to what the conventional homes are selling for as well. At this moment, there are currently 42 homes for sale in Verona Walk. That number is up 4 from last month where we had 38. So the inventory has risen a little bit. We typically see it trend up this time of year a few as we gear up to season. And then once we hit January, February, we see that number start to trend back down. What was the average days on market? And that was 68. 68 days. Last month we had an average of 67 days. So that's a great number. It's taking just over 2 months to sell a house in Verona Walk. What percent of the asking price did sellers get? And that number continues to stay pretty steady. It's just above 97%. 97.2 is where that hovers for last month on those 8 homes that closed. So that's a good number. That continues to stay in that high 90% range for Verona Walk. Last question I always ask is what's a great home for sale right now? And last month I mentioned that Carlyles are a good purchase right now because you can get a nice size 2,500 square foot Carlyle for a good price when you're looking at price per square feet. Great home to purchase. Also, over the last 2.5 years, we've seen the prices on the Capris really shoot up as well too. There's a few that are still listed at a decent price. Other than that, they're all starting to list over the $300,000 price point. If you can get one of those under $300,000, you're doing well. And that's a good model to jump into as well too if you're looking at for an investment or a property to rent out, something like that. Those are good homes to jump into. As always, thanks for taking a minute to watch this video. If you know of somebody looking to buy or sell a home here in Verona Walk or the greater Naples area, please feel free to pass along my information to them. Shoot them a link to this video or email me their contact information. I'll be glad to give them a call or email as well. And as always, if you're watching this on YouTube, please click the like button below as well as the subscribe button so that when one of these videos comes out, you'll be the first to know. Thanks again for watching and have a great month.